We are back once again with the ALX Press Box. Hope everybody's doing good. I hope y'all like that new intro for season 2. Got to keep it jazzy and make sure we highlight all our student athletes and all of our activities that are on campus. Today's episode is dedicated to Club Rush 2020-2021. And what Club Rush is all about is basically if we were coming back to school and not doing digital learning, we'd have a day in the cafeteria. We call it Fall Bash. And all the clubs would be set up and students would be able to go up and talk to the club sponsors about what the club or ensemble is all about. And they'd be able to say, hey, I think I want to join this club. And today, since we're going back digitally, we're having a virtual Club Rush on Wednesday, October 12th, from 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Okay, Wednesday, 1:30 to 2:30, and you'll be able to check our website and our social media for the document that contains the Google Meet link to go to any club meeting that you want to go to check it out and see if it's for you. So today I'm joined by one of my student moderators, Solomon Dotson. How you doing, Solomon?
I'm doing good today.
Good, man, good. I see you still got the fro going. It's still working wonders over there, man. Thanks for joining us today, and I always value your input, man. Thanks again.
All right.
And then we're joined by Madison Ballard. She is a rising senior, and let me tell you why we chose Madison before I introduce her and let her talk. So every time I put out something about clubs and organizations, Madison retweets it or shares it on Facebook, or, you know, likes it, puts it on her story on Instagram, and she always goes hard for her club. And I'm gonna let her tell you about her club because I don't want to steal her thunder. Madison, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. It's so good. I just kind of dropped it on her this morning, like, hey, Madison, can you get on the chat with us? She was like, sure, I'd love to talk about HOSA. So tell us a little bit about your club, Madison, and, you know, what you guys do.
Okay, so HOSA is basically like, it's for people that want to go into future health professions. We do a lot of things. You know, we get certified in CPR just in the club alone. We go out and do community service. We help amazing people. We have the best trips. I know we've done a few like nursing. I know I've been to nursing homes. One my grandma actually worked at, so it was really cool. And then we went to, we do hearing and vision tests for kids through, like, I think it's 3rd grade and 5th grade. So we go to the elementary schools. We get there as soon as the elementary school starts, and we pull them in a room and we give them hearing tests and vision tests. And, you know, if they're not like good, we send them off to like a specialist, but we're just there to like just check up on them every year. We have 2 big events called ILC, or not ILC, SLC and FLC. So FLC is like fall leadership, where the officers of HOSA, we go to the Marriott Marquis and we do workshops, and we have a big like dance. It's really fun. I think it's 2 days and it's in November. And then the SLC is for anybody that wants to compete, and you will compete with everybody in Georgia. And if there's like tons of different competitions, like there's medical vocabulary, posters, clinical specialty, and you can choose whichever one you want. And then if you place like top 10, you go to ILC, which is the nationwide competition held every year.
Wow.
A lot of fun stuff.
Wow, that's amazing. So HOSA stands for, what is it again?
It stands for Health Occupation Students of America.
Health Occupations Students of America. And so obviously, as Madison just described, it's a club for kids who either are interested in pursuing a career in the medical field, health occupational area, or just have a desire for a service. That's what it sounds like to me. This club would be for any of those people. If you want to provide service through helping others in the medical field or avenues thereof, that would be an awesome fit for you. Solomon, what do you do at Alexander? What are you involved in?
Well, currently I am only involved in the marching band, the marching Cougars. Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this, guys. I mean, how are y'all feeling in terms of, you know, we've obviously are going to go do digital learning for up to 9 weeks, right? And that, you know, comes with a range of emotions from different people. It really depends on who you ask. And we're certainly not venturing into the world of anybody's political stance on this. I'm asking two students how you feel about that whole process. In particular, how do you feel about it in terms of being connected with your friends? Let's let Madison go first since she's our guest today.
So personally, it's kind of hitting me hard just because like I didn't really realize how much of a social life I had at school, and so like being out for 6 months and like even more, it's kind of just taken like a toll on me because I feel like I don't talk to anybody now but people that I work with. But I'm just like ready to go back, eager to see my friends, even if it's gonna be the same. And I'm kind of just ready for my senior year to experience everything one last time, hopefully in the normal way, but.
Understood. Understood. Solomon, what do you think, man? How are you feeling about all this?
Well, like she said, I didn't realize how much of a social life I had, and like I missed my friends. It was not okay at the beginning, but I understand why we have to go back virtually.
Hmm.
But yeah.
So, you know, we're not unaware of the impact socially, and there's a component of education now called social emotional learning. And basically, we not only want y'all to be book smart, but we want you guys to be healthy socially and emotionally, right? And so that's kind of why we came up with this idea to have a club rush, because our clubs are going to exist whether we do it virtually or in person. Because imagine, God forbid, this thing causes us to be out until January. We've missed out on a whole year of connection, a whole year of service projects, a whole year of doing some of the things that you guys would normally do if you were here in person. So do you guys think, you know, we have a chance of being successful with Club Rush, or why do you think it's important that students go ahead and connect now?
I feel like it'll be a huge success. I know many people in HOSA like kind of forgot about it. I've had like ideas running through my head as to what we can do because I know I want to see people, but I know that's not possible. So I'm trying to think of things we can do virtually because, like, of course, the hands-on stuff, like the CPR certification, like you can't do that until it's in person. But it really is important to stay connected because I know that I went to Digger like in March and did like a presentation on HOSA for like the upcoming freshmen, and like everybody loved it. And like now that it's virtual, I just don't want them to be like, oh, like it doesn't matter, because it does, because we're gonna have so much fun.
Right. So let me touch on something you just said. So this is why we want to start the clubs now, because you said it's very valuable. Like, we get our club members CPR certified, right? Well, believe it or not, just because we're in virtual learning or digital learning doesn't mean that we can't do special things with small numbers of students in a very controlled environment where they're spread. Like, for example, Madison, how many people were in HOSA last year?
I'd probably say about like 60 or 70. We had a bunch of people, just not many people were able to make it necessarily during the morning, but I know that we had fun.
So imagine this. So if there are 70 people in HOSA, imagine if we could set up times where 10 of you at a time could come in and safely socially distance in a room like the cafeteria, and one person per table, and the tables are spread out. And each of you could have your own dummy. And of course, we could clean it with all of the approved solutions and make sure that you're still able to learn that valuable skill. You see what I'm saying? Those things are possible. That's why we need to have everybody connect. You see what I'm saying? Because that energy won't be lost if we're able to put it together in a way. And then all those ideas you had in your head for this summer, we still get to do some of them. We just got to try to do it different. So all 70 of you can't come together at once, but small pockets of you can, to get training, to have some, some brain collaboration sessions or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So Solomon, you guys are in the band. How many people are in the band right now?
Ooh, like 100 some.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you guys are getting together, and you guys are, you may or may not know this, but you guys are following the standards that we do for athletics with the temperature scans and the recording and those questions they ask you every day. So basically we're taking the more strict route and doing what the athletes do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But you guys are doing some extra things in terms of like how to protect the horns and some of the drippings from the horn. What are you guys doing in band? Are you familiar with like the stockings that they're putting over them and puppy pads and things like that? Have you seen any of that?
When we're in like rooms together, I know the flutes, we've got like face shields.
Mm-hmm.
So when we blow across the instrument, it doesn't get in anybody else's area. I haven't
Excellent.
seen brass or anything, so I don't know about
Because
that.
y'all aren't working together, right?
Yeah.
Y'all are just still separated by your sections.
Well, on the field, we are all together, but
Okay.
socially distanced, we're safe.
Right, absolutely. And just for the record, they are following all the guidelines. I just make sure that he said it, not me. But yeah, so there are a lot of precautions, like when, to be more specific, when you guys are in the room with your section, y'all are spread out, socially distanced, and your face covering is, do y'all have face shields? I gotta put it in front of my body so you can see it because I'm on this virtual background. It's kind of like, this is our face shield. Let me see if I can wear it. There you go. And
Yeah.
so y'all have these and you put your instrument under it and play it?
No. We put it around the head of our instrument and then like
okay.
blow. Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
it's like that.
Nothing coming out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically in that small group, you guys are still implementing lots of safety precautions that are recommended, obviously, by the powers that be. And but you're still able to practice what you enjoy.
Yeah.
And Madison, you guys are going to be able to do the same thing. So trust me, when I said this conversation was just going to flow, you said some things that I really needed you to say. Like, for example, it's going to suck with us not being able to be together and get CPR certified, but there are ways to do that very safely. So connecting with any club that you have a desire to connect to is going to be important because we're able to do things once we know how many people it is. Does that make sense? Yeah. But Madison, every time I post something about a club, you are always right there to say something about HOSA, and I really appreciate that, and I know Ms. Palmer does too.
I just feel like it's important because, like, even like besides the club, like I've made good friendships through that club. Like we go on the field trips, we go everywhere together. Like we always room together at the conferences. Like it's a lot. It takes like it's just like way bigger in your life than you think it'll be. It's not just for the club. It's for friendships and all that good stuff.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, listen, Cougars out there listening and watching us right now, we only talked about 2 organizations today, but the moral of the story is the connection that these students have found as a result of being in a club and an organization. That's why we have our motto, belong, have fun, and learn. And all of these things are critical to you, especially right now when we can't be here face to face. So please, please, please make sure you do Club Rush on Wednesday. Visit a couple of clubs if they excite you, pique your interest, sign up. It's not a commitment like you're going to get kicked out of school if you don't go. But if you think you want to be a part of it, sign up for it. If you have any questions after that, by all means, email me. Yeah, we'll see you at Club Rush. Any parting words from you two before we sign off?
Stay safe.
All right. Well, viewers, stick around. I'll put some instructions up on how to actually be a part of Club Rush tomorrow. There'll be a short little narrative after this one, and then there'll be some links that you can catch on our website. Thank you. See you next time on the ALX Press Box.